Hello, everybody. My name is Bing, and welcome back to BingPod. Today is another very warm day here, and I didn't even know I had to charge these mics. Honestly, the the informational instructions, they said that we didn't have to charge them. So I got two, and they were very inexpensive on Amazon. And I thought the other one broke because it wasn't like lighting up, and I threw it away. Oops. But now I know. So I had to charge this mic, and I did a bunch of TikToks while I was waiting for it. But I'm back. I'm happy to be back. I'm thinking about talking about fashion today. I was originally looking at my Notion template of ideas for videos and pods, vids and pods, and I thought I was going to talk about mental health, but then I did a video, like I edited and I uploaded a video about thrifting in Hillcrest. So if you want to check it out, it's on my talk. And yeah, link should be in bio. Yeah, I love thrifting. I worked and come from a background of sustainability and environmental stuff, so I think thrifting is definitely the way to go. And I also get a lot of clothes from friends, which is really nice. So after like people move or whatever, they're just like clearing house, I often get a lot of like clothes from, friends and fam, which is nice, very sustainable. I just saw the EU passed like a anti-fast fashion law or policy, and it was, no greenwashing, and like those Shein and all those Chinese fast fashion companies and like H&M or whatever, they need to be a bit more accountable and transparent. So that's really good. Good work. Yeah, so I got this dress. The dress. I got the dress I think I just got it at Goodwill. I like did a couple thrifting excursions, and honestly the Goodwill like slayed. The Goodwill in Hillcrest slayed down, and I got two tops, which I love. I love a little top, and it's so hot in summer. And I didn't have any winter clothes. Oh, I only had winter clothes. I didn't have summer clothes, which is like shocking to me because I'm like, you know, one, live in San Diego. But I guess I get it because when I left San Diego to go do the gap and like travel and teach English and stuff, I I took all of I must have taken all my summer clothes with me and like outgrown them and like thrown them away here or there, however it goes, and then like didn't come back with much, and it was winter, so I guess it makes sense. But I cannot be wearing coats and stuff in the summertime. So yeah, and I think my next item, well, I'm really interested in finding a cute pink dress. So my strategy is I love going to a nice mall. Like I love Westfield UTC in La Jalles in La Jolla because I was a UCSD student through and through. So I lived and I worked at Westfield UTC, and I like to go into the stores, like, the bougie stores like Reformation, and I mean I shop at Aritzia. It's like an investment in a piece, an article, you know. And they used to have Forever 21 went bankrupt or whatever, and it was replaced by Uniqlo, which I'm a Uniqlo girl. And I have some stuff from there, which I also like. It's nice. It's just sportswear. It's casual. It's comfortable. It's um like for everyday wear. And I like to browse. I like to I guess it's window shopping. I'm intentionally not going to buy anything. I'm looking at what is going on. and I'm looking at everything, and I'm trying to see, like, do I like this, or what do I like about this piece of clothing? And then I try to find it at like a better price point. Because there's like the higher end. Well, I don't do higher end fashion design because I'm just like not that type of person. Um, and I feel like with style and fashion, it does a high price tag or a name brand doesn't necessarily equal a good look, like, or good form. Like, I think a lot of those name brand things, I think a lot of times they don't come off as classy, and they come off really tacky, and I'm not someone who's in that kind like that lifestyle. Like, I'm not buying, like, you know, whatever, Fendi, Gucci, Prada, Bottega, Louis. Uh But I do think that sometimes their designs, and then especially people who, and I've always felt this even when I was younger, if you just have like a Gucci, like that's all you have on like a t-shirt, I find that very, very tacky. Uh and I don't know, I just think that's zero taste. That's negative taste to me. Another thing that I think is poor taste, and it's those new money foreign exchange students, usually Chinese, that, and you see them on campy, like they're head to toe Chanel at like 7 o'clock in the morning in your lecture hall. And I'll talk about my like fashion, I don't know, journey or whatever, style journey. But I just think not only is it's like wrong, like time and place, but you're not dressing like well. Oftentimes it's what is it, MCM, and it's very, very loud. Babe, it's very, very loud, very expensive, and it just looks, it's too much. And I get it, it's like it's that new money mindset from these young kids coming out of China, and then they have so much money that they just blow it on whatever they want. uh and I don't know, some people, a lot of people don't know how to use money, myself included, obviously. But yeah, that's my first critique. No, just kidding. But I also, like, who am I to judge? Because when I was in high school, I think I started dressing myself, but did I really? Because I was a student athlete, and I would just wear leggings and like a lacrosse hoodie every day, every day. And I think even the leggings were pretty cheap, because I remember once in one of those math, I think it was like AP stats, I was the youngest in the class because I like didn't do calc. I did stats instead. And one of the older lacrosse girls was like, I can see your I can see your thong through your leggings. And I was like, "Oh, really?" And I was so young and naive, and I didn't understand anything. I turned around, I was like, "Oh, really?" And then, oh my god, the guy next to me, I thought we're friendly. In my mind, I feel like a lot of times guys are bros, but I know now that we're not bros. Like, it's different for guys. But the guy that sat next to me, and we were very like, class, I don't know, like clowns, but not loud. Like, we're just like jokes, when you sit in a group in a class, and you just have this like fam type energy, and you're just always cracking jokes, and you're very comfortable together, and you like don't care about what the teacher's talking about. And you just goof off. Like, that was kind of what it was. And he was like, "Let me see." And I was so naive, I was like, and he was like, "Yeah, I can see it." I was like, "Oh no." But honestly, back then I didn't care about anything. Like, I'm pretty sure we didn't even wear shoes. My friend and I were so gross. We like walked around the classes like, no, barefoot, like. And again, this is like Southern California, like Los Angeles beach city. Like, no, no shoe, no shirt, no service. Uh and before high school, I'm pretty sure my mom dressed me. And my mom like does, and I think that's where it comes from. She is about the culture and the fashion and the style, and like expression and presentation. And so, I think it was just fun to be like a young girl and just, wear whatever. I think I was really big on skirts and mismatching socks. I'm very on crops. I think from like young, like being young, I was big on crops. Especially again, when you are growing up in Southern California and you go to Forever 21, what do you think is at Forever 21? It is a crop top. I can even like envision the types of shirts that I would wear or my friends would get me or my mom would get me. And it's just, even as a young girl, you're going to the beach, you're wearing jean shorts, you're wearing like an outrageous shirt that's like see-through and like nothing, and then you're gonna have Chipotle and a smoothie, and that was life. And I think my freshman year of uni, I also kind of it was like an extension of being a junior senior in high school. So it was like black leggings, workout leggings, and UCSD sweatshirt. That was it. And I think that was, yeah, maybe I'll talk about it in when I talk about like mental health, because that's the other topic that I thought I was going to do today. But I was like not well. And I think there's something about freshman year of university or college or whatever, that just that style of, oh, I'm going away. Like my mom moved with me to San Diego from LA, which I'm very grateful and lucky to have that connection and bond so close. But still, I was like living on campus, and my mom was in downtown, I was in La Jalles, and it was just a very difficult time. And I think someone like me, I get very I may overwhelmed, and maybe even like overtaken, I think, by the personalities that go on. Because at UCSD, human rights abuse, by the way, the dorms are like 16 people in a suite, triple dorms, and like it's girls and boys and girls and boys, and you're all in this one hall. At least I was in Eleanor Roosevelt College, ERC ERC, and that's how it was. And I just feel like everybody was always in everybody's business, and I'm a perpetrator, I'm a victim, I'm all of it. Like I was in there. I remember I was really close to the boys below, like, because it was boys and girls. And yeah, and everybody's always in each other's business all the time. And I remember like there was always too many people. And mind you, I was at the time like seeing one of the guys down there. There was always so many people all the time in their suite that they actually started making like a guest list of like who can be here. I think we actually had a tier list. I think it was me, two of the guys from the suite, and one of the other girls that was like always there because we're all friends and stuff, and we live in the same building. And we actually, and this is so like, that's mean, like bully behavior, but I think it was getting to a point where people were like coming into the dorms and using everyone's stuff without living there, without knowing any, like with literally no one's there, and that's not your stuff. So it was getting to a point. And they were like the bottom, like first floor. So, and they left because we had key cards, we'd always like key in, but everybody would always forget their key because we're freshmen. Like we're so freshies, and everybody would forget. So people would just leave the doors open. They would prop the doors open, and people could just walk in. And I remember they had had enough. They were like, okay, people are using my like PlayStation or whatever was going on, and so they were like, okay, this guy, like, you know we don't really fuck with, or like we fuck with y'all, like obviously, like, I was a friend of the suite. I was honestly a girlfriend of the suite. If you're it's the oh my god, the five it's the 5-5 frat bro at the end of the party say, if you're not a brother or you're not dating a brother, then get the fuck out. That was Why was that? my reality. But it got to that point. Like if if you're just coming in and eating our food and using our stuff, like you need to you know, decrease your time in our space because it's already packed and guys are so gross. Oh, anyways, yeah, back to fashion and style. Uh, so I had no style freshman year, and then I played lacrosse. That was like the big change. I like dropped all those friends and like moved on and like became a lax girl. I mean, lax is life forever. But lax is life, and something about lacrosse. It's and again, I think because it comes from like you know well, white people took that shit from the natives and made it some elitist thing. And especially in the East Coast, I think that's the stereotype. It's a posh, preppy sport. Not so much on the West Coast, I think. I think it's still like it costs a lot of money. The equipment is a lot of money. And it's a serious commitment. It's not like you can pick up a game of lacrosse. Like you can't pick up a game like you can pick up a game of basketball. So the lacrosse girls were all like sorority sisters. It's like DG, it's AFI, it's AOPI, it's it's KG, it's all of them. And I think that just became like who I was around all the time because you play, well, sometimes you go to class, you wait and then you're gonna eat something, you're gonna go to practice, then you're gonna eat something with your girls, and you're gonna study with your girls, you're gonna hang out with your girls, you're gonna go party with your girls every single weekend. I mean, the lifestyle was um I can't believe I did that. I mean, I don't think I really was like not sober a single weekend in uni. And it got even worse when I went abroad. I posted on my IG, follow me. I posted on my IG my travels in Japan and like Europe, but in Japan it was really really bad because it was like overrun with like frat bro energy, and you can see it. You can see it in the pics where it's literally like me, and I'm like I'm so fish. Like I have like pink hair, like long pink hair, and I'm like, you know, face beat, and I'm wearing like a little skirt, and then it's like the bros, and they're like, "Ayo, shotgun this strong zero with me really quick," or like, "Let's get a beer tower and then hit Shibuya," you know? Like it was so like that, and we got so wrapped up in it. And in Japan they do nomi hodai and karaoke all night, so that was the lifestyle. I think it like China didn't have any fashion or style. I remember a locals only club, so not so it, I think it was in Wudako. I think it was in Wudako, which is like the bar street. Is Sanli Tour was like the clubbing area, but Wudako we used to frequent it. It was really close to Beda, and I remember, first of all, I only honestly only got in because I look Chinese and because I had a bunch of German people who could actually speak Chinese. I could not speak Chinese to the level, but it was like locals only. You cannot get in unless you know Chinese or you are Chinese, which is a very big thing in I would say East Asia, because it happened to us in South Korea too. It happened to us in Seoul, where they would not allow us in the club because we could not speak Korean. We were not locals, which is very like, you know. Anyways, the club locals only, super packed, super fun. I remember having a really good time. Maybe that's why they do the locals only stuff, because honestly sometimes I get it. The Waiguozhen, the Gaijin, the Farang, the it's always the like these it's always the Brits, first of all. Just kidding. But it's these like it's often like military bros, or honestly it's often frat bros that like do the Japan trip and like want to get super drunk and like, you know, go after the girls and start fights with the guys. And it's no good. It doesn't go. But I remember in the club these super tall, and they were getting it. Like they were the stars of the shows. They were these massive dudes, these massive lads. And in Beijing, people are pretty big. Like I feel like North China Chinese people. I'm Southern Chinese, like by ethnicity, like Southern Eastern, and Northern Chinese. They get really tall. Like they're very tall up there. And I remember these guys were super big. I bet they were cute. Just t-shirt, socks and slides and shorts in the club. And then the girls, we get all dressed up, shoes, fit, nails, hair, makeup, perfume. We got to eat well. We have to like, drink in a certain way. Guys just show up, socks and slides on the dance floor. And they're like jumping. I remember they were jumping. They were really in it. Socks and slides. I mean, I've never seen socks and slides in the club. Like I don't even think it's safe. It shouldn't be allowed. But whatever. I guess, if you're local, you're local. They don't care. And I bet you're going to these places. Like I remember when we were going to Wudako, we used to go to King Kong every day. We go to King Kong literally every day because our boy had like a big thing for being there, and I think all the servers and bartenders liked him, and they would keep like a bottle of Jaeger for him there. So strange. So China has no, and especially in hot places, it's difficult. I get it. Thailand too, no fashion. But when you get to Japan, when I got to Japan, culture shock. I've talked about this a bunch of times. It's a collectivist society. It is everyone looks the same, everyone has the same fashion. Same thing in South Korea. I was with a friend and you feel weird. You feel weird for not having bangs. Mine are clipped up right now because I'm really greasy. But you feel out of place. You don't have the bangs. You don't have this exact makeup style. Like it's very light. It's very precise. It's the same color. It's pale, and then it's pink. You know, um, very very light, very natural esque. Nothing too heavy. Like in the west, it's way too heavy. Like I had to adjust my entire routine, like my entire makeup. I had to get new lashes, different like lip and stuff like that, different eyebrows. You just got to be very very soft, and blend in. You got to look like everybody else. I was in Japan in the winter, so it was like coats. Like everybody's wearing coats. Everybody's wearing like the girls, especially because you're in Japan, they have this whole thing where there's a lot of harassment, like sexual harassment on the metro. So they have women's only carts at the very beginning of the trains where it's just girls, and the girls are there 7, 8 o'clock in the morning, completely done up. Everyone's gorgeous, and I'm there, and I'm not. I'm literally like just struggling to get from one station to the next. My commute was really long. It was like an hour to get from campus to my internship. And I'm the type that like I wake up very slow, and then I need time to get up and out. And and in Japan it's not like that. Like you can't eat while running. I know they do the toasting. I feel like that's a cute schoolgirl thing, but it's like maybe uh, it's like a social, like, I don't know, no to eat while walking. I remember that being told to me. Uh, and then yeah, you can't be loud, and you gotta dress the part. And I thrifted out there, and I got some cute pieces. I thrifted in France too, which again, that was the other thing. Like the way you present yourself is so like impactful, and you cannot care. Like I respect people who don't care. Sometimes I don't care. Who cares? But and in Paris, I was already coming out of Japan, so I was dressed. Like I knew how to dress, I knew how to put myself together. I was no longer wearing socks and slides and like, a night tee to the club, which I wasn't doing anyways, but I mean, you get the point. But in Paris, I remember the roommates that I have, which if you have listened to my other stuff, you know, ugh, they were the worst. Um, Grateful to be me, and they told us, or whatever was going on, they were relaying a story to the crowd, to the audience, that they were in a monoprix. So a monoprix is like it's essentially Vons, I guess. It's like a grocery store that's pretty big. And it's like a chain grocery store. And I think at the monoprix they said that the security guard followed them around. And I think they said it was because they were not dressed well. Like the whole, again, it's a very American thing. And I think it's like Kanye, it's like Dolce, it's, those brand names that are pushing that kind of rich people have no, personality or culture, so they want to dress like unsheltered people or whatever. They want to act poor and relatable. There's so much discourse all the time. uh but that's there's a look, you look disheveled or whatever. And I think that that's what they were saying, that they weren't, dressed for a day out in Paris, let's say. And yeah, they said that they were followed around because they were not dressed well. And that's like, oh my God. It's like, on one hand, wow. And on the other hand, it's like, yeah, it's kind of like Paris, you know? Like I get it. Like especially with what goes on in Paris, like the insanity that goes on all the time there. And then you if you're a local, you're dressing well. Like I don't know what else to tell you. Like you're wearing your winter coat, you're wearing your pants, you got your hair, at you don't have to style it. You just don't look like, you just walked out of your bed, I think. Which yeah. Uh, it didn't happen to me. I think I was really lucky. I did thrift out in Paris as well. I think around Châtelet-Léal, where I like stayed. Um, we found some thrift shops. I think it's still like, because it's Paris. It's better to go like on the outskirts and to like find those vintage, like these really big open markets. Because even the thrift store that we were at, I think it was kind of pricey even. Like 30 to 50 euros. I feel like, I don't know, whatever. But I did get a really good coat. It was a bit chilly in winter in Paris, and I think that's really essential. But yeah, another tip for if you're going to Paris, you should know a little French. I've heard just horror stories of like people crying, or they're mean to you. It's like it's Paris, like they're gonna be Parisian. And what they say, or the teachers told us, and I get it, but Paris has been invaded so many times. So many people visit Paris and they come with, you know, you know, their whatever, their entitlement or their thoughts of on the city or whatever, or it's just exactly what those my roommates did. They came, I'm sure you go to Paris thinking something. I don't know what you think, because I'd already been to Paris before. I was like, okay, I'm back. I've been to Louvre before. Like I've been here. I know it's gonna be, it's gonna be crowded. I know these streets already. um and I'd been traveling already, and I this was my third abroad, so I wasn't jumping into it like willy-nilly, naive and whatever. I remember those girls were just so like hateful towards Paris by the end of the trip, which is like, okay, well, you made it worse for everybody else too. So thanks for ruining it for everyone. Wow, people like that. I think I'm gonna do a little post about that too, because the WordPress prompt was like, "What bothers you?" And I was like, "People who are rude." And I've been rude. Like I know rude. I can be rude. I've worked customer service. I've taught young Gen Alpha students. Like there's just like no need for it. Yeah. So yeah, Um, I feel like you can never go wrong with a coat. Like in the colder seasons, like a nice long coat. I got a good one from Nordstrom Rack that's like suede and pink, and I always get compliments on that. Um, and I think these days, I don't know if I said, but I'm in the market for a nice, I mean, not like this short, because this is kind of more of like a going out black dress. This is like the little black dress, right? And I've got it clipped in the back because I don't know what I'm gonna do. It's a bit like loose. Like I think the person probably hung it up. That's another tip. If you have your straps, the ones that's like the little ribbon, hang it up by those because you don't want to be stretching out these straps, or else it does this. Like it sinks down and then it's not sitting pretty. And I've learned that personally. I have like another dress where it's like, okay, well, it's getting a little too low now, so I'm starting to do just the ribbons. Which when I was younger, I was like, these are annoying, cut them. But now I get it, and I want like a like maybe like knee length, like a cute, form fitting, frilly pink, light pink, not too harsh, because I've been in Aritzia recently and I saw one I liked, but it was too harsh. I didn't like the pink. I saw another one at a little boutique in Little Italy. I really liked it, but I don't know. I wasn't like all out for it. If I had gone by again, maybe I'd get it, but yeah, who knows. Uh, but yeah, like something a little frillier, because I have like cute dresses, but I don't have anything like kind of mm, with, I don't know, layers, or with some sort of cut. Like I think it'd be cute, like a mermaid cut. Like I love that cut. I've always loved that cut. Hmm. Yeah. And I need some sandals. I didn't bring any sandals. I like left my slides in Dago. I got those slides at like a 7-Eleven, probably in like Thailand or the Philippines, just because I needed some because the other ones were annoying me. So I feel like out here you really need open shoes. I'm not a Crocs girly, but like like a nice sandal or a slide or whatever. So I think those are the next things I'm looking towards. Mm, I'm trying to think if there's any trends these days that I see. I am controversial hot take. I'm pretty anti leather and faux leather. I think it really rarely looks good or feels good. And I've never been a fan of print. I've never been a fan of cheetah print. And again, maybe it's my upbringing where I don't like, you know, animal cruelty or even the thought of animal cruelty. But I also think it just looks really, I think it looks tacky and classless. Oops. I just think it just looks gross. Like if you're going to do some sort of animal reference, I don't know. I feel like the ermine scarf. I think that's like the one. But I'm like anti crocodile, purse or whatever. Like I've always been like, I think that's gross. Like, and even when girls are like, oh my god, like, cheetah print dress. I I like have to like stay silent. I have to be quiet because I have nothing nice to say. I just think I don't like it. Sue me. I don't like it. Yeah. And I'm trying to figure out, my mom said I touch my hair too much in my videos. So I was thinking about doing a different hairstyle, but this one will be good for now. My friend I met a girl in Malaysia and she was like, "Oh, this is like what I do for my hair cuz you're out, you're backpacking, you need to put your hair up, you need it to look cute, you need it to be quick and functional." So yeah, I like this. I also like the lacrosse hair where it's like ponytail, big braid all the way down. That was always like a sign where it's like this girl plays lacrosse and she plays well. But yeah, I want to do more. I want to like discover more of my hairstyles. I think it's too hot for curls. Like I didn't bring my no heat, like my overnight no heat curl. stuff, I might have tossed it. And so I only have a curling iron. It's not gonna happen because when you're curling your hair using a curling iron, not only is it hot and you're working and you're positioning things, it's just a sweaty time. And I think it's not gonna work in this environment. So we'll have to see. We'll have to see what we're gonna do with the hair. I like it long. I like the hair long. I maybe it was because when I was in Thailand, but I really have always I've been trying to get it down to like my lower back, and I think especially when you put your hair up and it looks, and it's long when it's up, I feel like that's a nice look. So that's kind of where I am going in my hair journey. If you've been around, if you know me, you know kind of been I've put it out there, but I've not made any moves towards it because it would be a huge ordeal, and I know who I am. I know my hair. I've been wanting to do like I've been wanting to do a blonde. Like like a like a I don't know if it makes any sense, like a chestnut blonde, but dyeing my hair, I did it in Korea. I've done it before. Like I've had friends come over to my house and like watch anime and K-pop videos and dye my hair on the floor and make a mess and just do whatever. Like that's fun. Like I like that. But in a salon, and if you're gonna do it right, like a bleach and tone, a bleach and tone, a bleach and tone, like it's so much money for this type of hair, for my hair. It is so much money. It is so much time. In South Korea, it took me I think it took 8 hours. My friend was with me. Shout out. Shout out my bestie for a decade from middle school. Uh we were in Hongdae. The Hongdae guy. Oh my gosh. Um Open minded. And we were in Hongdae, and you do a day in Hongdae. I was like, I want to dye my hair. I want to dye my hair purple. Just insane. It took like a good 2 to 3 people working on my hair for 8 hours in a day. It went from light to darkness. We went straight to the club. We went straight to the club. We went straight to the club. I didn't, I like my friend like went around and explored Hongdae and came back and then went out again. Like it was a huge ordeal. Same thing in Japan. I had to re-dye it, and it was already dyed. They had to go in because it was looking green or something. They had to do something. They had to bleach and tone. And I think it again cost hundreds and took took hours and effort from multiple people. Like it is a huge thing. It would So if I did like a cute chestnut blonde, which I feel like would be so cute, like I looked good. I just reposted because I'm like rebuilding my Insta. So I just uploaded my like time in Europe when I was studying in France, and I liked the blonde. We all really liked the blonde. I remember before France, I thought I was going to go blue because I felt like I don't know why. Vive la France. But I did not. My hair was hay. It was not going to survive another dye, but it still looked good. I remember like people liked it. I liked it. So I feel like, and that was like a post multiple like, you know, I don't know, sessions, you know, runarounds with that type of hair. So I feel like if I did it and I was intentionally like going just like a light chestnut, like a light brown blonde kind of mix, I feel like it would look really nice. But it would take days. It would probably I would have to go in for like a bleach, and and then I'd have to go in up and bleach again. Like it would take days to just get through the bleaching because I think it takes 3 bleaching to get my, and then just the process of like having to upkeep like that type of hair. the shampoo, the conditioner, the maintenance, the re ups, the touch ups. Yeah, it's exhausting. It's not for me right now, but maybe one day I think it'll look really good. Maybe I'll become a DJ and be blonde. I think that would be very sexy and hot. So that's my new thing. Like, not my new thing because I feel like this has been building for like a long time. I'm like a music person. I like music. I listen to music, singing way, and I I've been told by multiple people that I have it's not just good taste, but like people want me on aux. Like I am able to match, the mood and put good music on in accordance to the audience and the vibe. Like on car trips or like kickbacks or anything, like, and it's really like, like, sure, I'll do it, but I feel like people really like, it is a position, because I remember on road trips, like, even if I'm in the back, I'm in charge of the music, like, and usually it's for shotgun, but like, it's my job. Music's my job. And you know, I'll take it. I like it. And especially, oh, karaoke, it's a big thing. Karaoke is a big thing. It's a big thing, and I love karaoke, and especially when I'm bringing people who don't do karaoke like I do karaoke out to karaoke, because a lot of people, especially in the West, Americans don't do box karaoke. Like in Asia, you get a room, and then it's just you and your friends, and you're drinking very, very heavily in the room. And in Japan, we did that all night, and that's the thing to do. You have to do that, and so you can go to work the next day or go to class or whatever. So, like, when I get into the karaoke room, I'm I'm ours. Like, I'm choosing the songs that everyone's gonna play by, not by default, but it's like sometimes people are uncomfortable and they just like let me take over because I know what's going on, and or people know that I know what's up. Like, I can put, because you start off high at karaoke, because usually you should eat before karaoke. You should be eating and drinking before karaoke, and then you put something like our go-to karaoke song, the song that I totaled my mom's car to. I'm so sorry, mom. Justin Bieber and Nicki Minaj's Beauty and a Beast. That was our song that we used to play at karaoke when we were in Japan. That was the Japan fam song. We played that every time, and we popped off. And then, you do Bruno, you know, and then, a Dua Lipa, JB, whatever. And then you slow it down. You go, Adele, um, and whatever people wanna sing. Yeah. I don't know how I get to that. Oh, fashion these days. Oh, when I was working at, well, when I came back from my gap, I had accumulated clothes from my friend that was leaving. So I returned and she was leaving. So it was just like aligned in some way. And I got a lot of her clothes, and she was a very like kind of basics, like, she went to UCI for grad school. So like it is giving UCI. It's like a basics Zara kind of wardrobe. And so that was nice. And it was good for like my jobs at the time. And then once I started making some money and like working and like having to show up and show out every day, I started, buying things that I like. I do like pieces from Aritzia. I'm not like shopping and like getting bags on bags, but I'll get a dress. I'll get some pants. Like, it's nice. It's good quality. It's good fitting. It looks really professional, and especially like to, it's also like a bit of identity, like, what are you wearing, who are you wearing, like they always ask that on the red carpet, who are you wearing? um Me, none. But I feel like, yeah, it was giving at that point in my life, it was giving Aritzia girly, Zara girly. So after I got fired, yeah, it's just thrifting now, which is also really nice, and I think it's more sustainable and environmentally friendly, and people, there's just clothes, like, people have clothes, they give away clothes, they become other people's clothes. Like that's the cycle of life. A cycle of life for clothes. Yeah. I wonder what everybody else is interested in or not interested in the fashion cycles. So I talk about this. Things cycle. Everything's a cycle. History, fashion, culture, it's a cycle. So we've just gotten over this weird obsession, this that we had a lump of Y2K. So I feel like we're out of this Y2K. We're in recession pop era, right? So we're all going back. So like right now, if we've gotten out of Y2K, all of the things I see on like socials like TikTok or whatever is throwing or throwbacks to like the mid 2010. So 2014, 2016, it was Halsey, it was I've talked about it before, the freaking Tumblr thigh gap, those big glosses, the mustaches. I don't know. I'm sure people remember. Like hipster stuff. Oh my god, I remember. Oh, I'm not a fan of man buns. I'm sorry. I like free hair on guys. I don't know. I'm just never into a guy with a man bun. I don't know why. It's just not my style. Maybe maybe one day I'll see it and I'll be like, "Wow." But I don't think so. I don't think so. Sorry to men with man buns. I don't know you. I think Lil just got a mullet, which I kind of like on him. It is sexy. I feel like it's like the we're also exiting the full mullet, and Lil got like a shaved type of mullet. Like it wasn't so long. It wasn't so party in the back, business in the front. It was more compressed. It was a tamed mullet. It wasn't a free mullet. Which I think it looks good on him. I think it's a definitely the mullet carries an energy. There's something about it. I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is. And I remember when I was in Australia, it was big. The Aussies were all on the mullets. Oh my god, what is going on? So now I feel like with hair and style, we are unfortunately, and everyone's talking about this, we're unfortunately going back to like that s- skinny era where everyone and people are getting very bold. You can see it on online. People are getting very, very bold about the obsession with skinny and calorie counting, dieting, where's your waist, skinny queen. So we're back to that, which is very, I don't know. I mean, again, if you don't let things like affect you, like things just pass, things pass. Like you can be slim thick, you can be thick, you can be skinny, you can be whatever you want. You could be a box. Who cares? Like it's all fake. It's all like who are you? We're literally just, particles. Like who cares? Like love your shape. Love your shape and stay healthy. I feel like that's actually the thing that matters. I don't know who it was. I think it was Salem Tovar. She did a video about this skinny cult. I think that's what's going on. I think this girl, I think she started on TikTok and then moved to Instagram cuz they TikTok banned her for violating community guidelines. So on Instagram she has this like following in this group and they pay her money, which I think is like the one of the scary sins I think out there with all of these social media influencers where it's like it's a person who's got these false promises, and again they're targeting and they attract very young impressionable girls who probably are already very vulnerable and maybe not feeling themselves, like wrapped in their insecurities, which haven't we all been there? As a woman, as a girl, we've all been there. Society did that to us. We didn't do that to us because obviously. Anyway, she's profiting off of um the patriarchy, I guess, and she is, perpetuating and propose and, pushing out all of this very toxic, overused word, but very, very bad thoughts and lifestyles with regards to dieting and, skinny. um Thinspo is what we used back in my day. That's what we used to call it, thinspo. So it's just the same shit, different day, different platform. Like, if you're old enough, if you're an elder like me, you've seen it before. Like, I will not be fooled. I will not be fooled. I am so sick of it all. Like, everybody is beautiful, and there's also someone who will find you beautiful no matter who you are, because sometimes I don't think someone's attractive, but someone else is like, "Oh my god, I'm in love." And then sometimes I'll be like, "That is literally everything." And someone else will be like, "Are you okay?" Like, I feel like it's that for everyone. And same thing, like, just because someone doesn't find you attractive doesn't mean someone else isn't going to find you attractive. It's different. We're all people. It's like, part of the natural process. So, I don't know. I feel like they delude themselves so much to the point where they're so skinny that it's unhealthy, it's unattractive, it's just the sake of being skinny, which is like, I mean, what even is that? Ed is blowing up, and I think it affects, and that's another thing I want to talk about: gender, sexuality, dating. That's another thing. It's like between these two, like, the two, if you're gonna go do it like that. I mean, all people, but if you're gonna be like, oh, men and women are different in ways, I think that somehow ED has affected everyone, like ED, eating disorders, because I'm not on boy TikTok or whatever, but I feel what's going on. I hear from like whispers what's going on like Alpha Talk, and like looks maxing and mogging, and like, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what they're doing over there. Or, oh, it's the sleeper build. That's the new that's one of the things going on, the sleeper build. If you don't know, it's like when guys show up to the gym. I literally had to have this explained to me by someone. Um it's like they show up to the gym with like a sweatshirt to cover their big muscles so that they don't, I don't know. And they get those first, this is how the person I was watching said it. They get the first pumps in or whatever. And then they, I guess I don't work out like that. But I guess your muscles look bigger after you started to the lift or whatever. And then they do and the guy I was watching who was explaining this was like, he was gay, so that's he was explaining it to the girlies, the gays and the girls and the gays and the theys, and he said they do like a RuPaul, though they do a RuPaul reveal, like they do a drag race reveal, and they take off their sweater so that they were wearing like a, like, I don't know, like a no sleeves or like a tank or something underneath, and then they're really buff, and all of the guys at the gym are like, "Bro, you're you're huge, bro." Oh my gosh, maybe that's male fashion. I don't know. Whatever. I have I don't know. Do I have any thoughts on male fashion? I do. I am a bit of a slut for those short shorts. I had a crush on a guy my last quarter at a UCSD, and we did not, I don't think we exchanged a single word, but he was so fine. He was fine shit. He was fine. He was so fine, and he wore like he was like a mess, like I could tell. And he wore the same shit. It was like a black sweater, black tee, and then these super short, because back then we were everybody was obsessed with those 5-inch inseam shorts or whatever, so he was wearing those, toothpaste stains, short shorts, Vans, that's it. I was like obsessed. Obsessed. I loved it. I was like, I love this toothpaste stains, it adds so much character. I love the same fit. I love a man who is consistent. It was only black, white, and gray. I remember that. I was like, wow, the range this man has. Of course, I was delusional because I had this crush on him. And right, and he had, those tiny shirts, and he played footy. He soccer, American football. He played foot soccer, and he was oh, his like thigh muscle. I was like, oh, looking respectful, looking disrespectfully. Oh, but no. Eh. um, I kind of like the Carhartt. That was a trend for male fashion. Um, it's giving like working class, which is very sexy. I think it's giving like, a man who knows how to use his hands, a man who works hard to put food on the table for the family, who like, builds something. I love that. I like that. I like skater boys. It's a regretful, um it's a fatal flaw. I'm working on it, but I grew up in the beach cities. How could I not love a surfer skater, you know? So, yeah, there's something about them. It's the complete like nonchalantness. It's more than nonchalant. It's like I less than care. I actually work hard to not care. I don't know. I maybe it's because of the environment where I was raised, or like just me being me. Like I don't know. I love it. Something about it. I'm not a huge fan of beanies. I'm not a huge fan of beanies. Girls or guys, I think they frustrate me when I wear them, and I mean, I've worn them. I don't know if they look great on me, but yeah, that flannel's like a hit or a miss. Like, and it has a lot of cultural, like lumberjack, Home Depot lesbian type of thing. Like, I feel like I'll borrow someone's flannel. Like, I'll borrow a flannel. I will not own a flannel. Um, what is the new? We love get gray sweatpants on men. I am for sure anti skinny jean. I have some skinny jeans, but now that I cannot go back. And I've seen a lot of people saying this with the whole like skinny renaissance. I don't want to go back to skinny jeans. I'm sick of it. It's gross. It just looks wrong. Like, don't do that to us. And we're so all up in there. Like, no, let us be free. Let us let us be free. Let us wear our big pants. Um, yeah, what else? What else do I like? Yeah, I think it's so hard. I think it's so hard for boys and men to dress well. I feel like there's not a lot of like male fashion icons that are like slaying the game. Um, let me think. I was never a big fan of Tim's. I remember that was a big thing. Big fan of Tim's. I want to get more heels. I know it's like not like still. I could get one stiletto if I was to build a wardrobe. You'd get one like big wedge, a big stiletto. Like, you'd get one of each like heel type. And for guys, like I've said it, like I love a skater boy, I love a Vans, a Converse, a custom Nike. I feel like is kind of like, just because of who I've hung around and like what I see them like show off, like, and I'm like, okay, that slays. I'm like, I get it. So yeah, Nike drip. Yeah, summertime. I feel like I got a cute two piece from, I want to say, Hollister, but I like a one piece. I feel like I'd want like a cinched one piece. Maybe something like, cuz mine is red right now, maybe something either with patterns or just like black, very simple. Something that looks a little like very nice. Maybe like, yeah, a satin like sheen or something like that. And it's also festival season, which I'm I'm kind of out of it these days. I don't have like a rave fam. I honestly, I haven't been to a rave since like in years. I mean, I go out, but like festival season is different. I feel It's personal. And we dressed for EDC when I went to EDC years ago. Like we were like in a group and we dressed and we looked really good and we got lots of compliments. We were cows, we were disco, we were fairies. Boys would run up to us and be like, "You're the most beautiful thing I've ever seen. Like I'm in love with you." Like obviously. And I think a lot of people they don't know how to dress for festivals. First of all, comfort. You're walking around, you're outside, you're on substances, you're dancing, there's weather. We're having weather. Like let's be um conscious of what's going on right now. So I feel like boots for shoes are good, or just regular, like a cute sneak. If you know me, and I've been looking at my pics, I'm like, I guess I'm notorious for a pink sneak. I think I'm notorious for a pink Adidas. I don't know why. It's just it always shows up a pink Adidas. I don't know why. I don't know. I don't think it's a trend. It shows up in my life, and I'm like, I'm gonna get it. Uh oh, it popped. It's okay. Uh so yeah, the shoe situation, closed toed, especially if you're, I mean, I feel like most of those places, like they're out in the desert, like Chella, EDC, whatever. Life is Beautiful, all the ones in like the East Coast, whatever. Lost Lands, they're all like in the middle of nowhere. There's dirt, like you have to protect your feet. And if you're gonna, those festivals are multiple days, your feet hurt. I remember at the end of EDC, not even at the end. I honestly I feel like it was like day 2. We were stretching before, during, and after. You're so sore. You are so and you're so out of it cuz you're there's so much going on all the time. You just got to take a moment and just stretch your feet, stretch your legs, stretch your neck, stretch your back. Um but back to my main point. And I've not seen a lot. Again, I don't follow a lot of people. I'm not friends with a lot of people who are like that right now, I guess. Or just like that's the phase we're in. We're not, and also like honestly, it's not the Astro World things, but just like how things are, like Fest and those big types of events. I feel like a lot of people have been saying that it's kind of whack, it's kind of scary. Like even like smaller local events, I've heard people just don't know how to act anymore. And I feel like, especially when you're smaller, like you're not a big guy who like is a bit bulky, you're like a smaller person, um, in comparison to who else is out there, like who are moshing or like throwing people around or throwing themselves around. Like it does get scary. Like that crowd crush is real and it is very, very scary. And I mean, once you when you're old enough, when you're my age, you're in the back. You're in the back. You got room to dance. It's not hot. Like you can see everything. You can experience everything, and people are friendly in the back. You can sit down. You're in the back. You can just sit down on the ground. Who cares? Like we've been around. I remember when I went to my first EDC, people were like, "This is my fifth," right? Like people have been doing this. Like you don't have to be on the rail. Even in the middle, I feel like that's the place where the crowd crush happens. Um, yeah, so I haven't seen a lot of fits. Um, I think my yeah, I think I've seen some concert fits. I think that's cute. I just I just feel like yeah, some people just don't know, and especially because Coachella is so influencer heavy, and like there's very like let's be serious about style and fashion and expression and uniqueness and innovation and culture and beauty. A lot of the influencers and even like some of like, the popular girls that I see when they post their cella fits. Cella day 3, Chels Ella. I'm like, "Ooh, girl. Mm, we could have done better." Maybe it's like the value. has gone down, and maybe that's why people aren't dressing, because I do remember I don't know, I don't think it was this Cella, I think it was another Cella, but like celebrities, people like the like Kendall Jenner or whatever are like showing up, like celebrities who frequent like Vanessa Hudgens, people who frequent these types of events are showing up with like regular like jean shorts and a top and a crop, like they're not showing up and showing out for these types of events, which I feel like is very boring. It's not giving anything. Go girl, give us nothing. I feel like when I dressed, you plan, like you have to plan and coordinate and create a Pinterest vision board for like what you and your group and your friends are going to wear each day. So to see that like there's so much, there's a lot, there's it's flop central, it's flop tropica. I don't know, it kind of makes me nervous. I feel like, like who is dressing, who is putting that shit on, because if it's not literally the celebrity, the models and influencers who are, that's their job. Your job is to put on a show and dress up and look good. That's your job, and you're not doing anything for Coachella. I don't know. I don't know what it means for Coachella. I don't know what it means. I just don't know what it means in general. I want to fix this. Mm, yeah, a little malfunction, a little outfit malfunction. Mm, yeah, those are my thoughts. I think if I went to Chels, well, I'd want to see the lineup because I feel like there's, again, it's a very expensive ordeal, and as someone who's, lived in SoCal and watched people go to Coachella since I was like in high school, like it's just so much money, and it's such an effort. It's a journey out there to Indio or whatever in the desert. I'm sure one of these days I'll do it, one of these Chels. But I would also want to like who's performing. Like I'd want to love the hot headliners. And I'd want to go with a good group. I don't know if I'd want to camp. I don't know if I'm that type of person at this point in my life. I could do it, but I'd want like a glamp. Like I'd want someone to arrange everything. I would not want to do it myself. There's just too much going on. I saw Sarah Baska do it like years ago, and remember her RV. I also remember her shaving outside. I just feel like that's enough. Like no, like I don't want to do that. That's like not for me. Cuz like either don't shave or get fined a like a nice like bathroom. I don't want to shave like using the RV. I don't know. It's insane behavior, but I get it. I respect it. Respect our girls. If I dressed for Chels, I feel like it is giving boho. And maybe, maybe we just have not evolved enough in the festival fashion. I feel like I liked how we did it for EDC. Like we were themed every day, like fairies, cow, disco. I think I would do. The other thing is I've done the cowboy. It is like a huge thing right now. I'm not a super cowgirl cowboy. I'm sure I could do it, and I've done it. I don't know if that's like peak. Do you know what I mean? Like it's not top. Like it's cute, and if it fits, it fits, but no. I think I would do a really really like beautiful dress on a day, like a long flowy dress, because it's hot out there and you're in the desert and you're walking around, so you want something like light and easy. I think I've seen some bikinis out there. I think that's fine. I think I would do like maybe cute bikini top, cute skirt, pleated skirt. I think that could be cute. I think something I would do that what they do in Thailand all the time is they like paint neon all over their body, or they do some sort of body paint. I think that would be fun. Mm, yeah, and then I guess it would depend. I feel like I remember Blackpink did Chels. I think that was, and I think Jenny and Lisa both performed at Chels this last time. Yeah. Mm. Sorry, just thinking about things that have happened to me. But I would probably dress like in accordance to the theme and be like, okay, look at me, I'm here. I saw an old friend. He did Can I Be Your Angel or Devil? I love that one. It was really cute. It's like one fit, one day is angel and the other one is devil. I think that's cute. I think that's fun. For the boys, I think first of all, I'm kind of pashmina. I don't know if pashmina is the way. It's the lads, and it's white tank, it's shorts, it's pashmina, and then it's the sunnies, it's the big sunnies, it's the rave goggles. Um I know guys don't care about looking good, but I feel like you should, and I feel like if no one's wearing clothes, I feel like you shouldn't. I think you should be topless. I think you shouldn't wear clothes at a rave. Like I don't want to see the pashmina. I'm sorry. I don't want to see it. I don't like it. And I don't think it's cute. Like if it's functional for you, like that's fine. But especially with the design, like pick a good design or good, like I don't want to just see like brown, and I don't know. That's just me. I feel like dress like well, like present yourself, like put yourself in a place where it's like you look your best or you look well enough for this event. So yeah, I'm pretty anti pashmina. Sorry to my peace and love, my plur fam. Like that's not very plur of me. I'm sorry. Yeah, the nails, I feel like when I did EDC, the nails were crazy. I think I spent like over $200 on them. They were like purple rhinestone claws. They were insane. Um, guys, I feel like men, you need to wear a chain. Like, and in this day and age, like a man needs to wear a chain. A man needs to be, dressing. Honestly, I have a history, guys, like, the earring, even like the energy of earring, because I think I was seeing a guy who used to do earrings, and he had I don't know, it's just like I don't know what it is, just like jewelry, like boys or girls. Like I think it's hard to wear rings at like when you're dancing because you're you know so be safe, be careful. I'm pretty sure I've seen videos of, and I'm maybe it's even happened to me where it's like you're and the ring just falls off and flies into the crowd and attacks someone. So that's dangerous. But yeah, I think, I don't think guys need to be wearing shirts at the raves. I don't know why. Unless you're all dressed as something. Like we were cow, that was cute. We're all cow. Again, it's very hot. It's very, very hot. Even like wearing cow, it'll get hot. I don't know. And I think you should be maybe this, and body image, no body shaming here, but I, as someone who raved, we are working out and taking care of our mental and spiritual weeks, month before whatever event you're going out to. So I feel like you the body is primed. The body and the mind and the spirit is primed for this. Like I remember before I think it was LED USA. I remember like doing cardio core like every day with the lads, and they would just be lifting, but I'm focused on like very, very specific things. Slimming down, like, because you're wearing like a two piece, you gotta. So yeah, and eating very healthily. I mean, I already eat very healthily, but just like, keeping it very clean before our events. I think it'll be very helpful. It is not a spicy ramen time. And that's coming from someone who did a spicy ramen before. I think it was LED Annie. Big mistake. Out of control. Unhinged. Really no good. So, yeah, I think for boys at raves, honestly, I think this the sexiest thing you can wear as a man at an event, at a festival, you know, is those camelback backpacks with the water with the two water hose where you're I feel like that is the sexiest thing a man can wear at a rave, at a festival, because we need you. You are holding up the family. And like, yeah, that's rave mom, rave dad, like that is literally the sexiest thing, and it's so needed, like the water. Water. Does anybody have water? And I get it. People share, and like that's nice, and people are so nice. But that's like I think that's what you need to be wearing. No pants. I don't want to see any pants. It's shorts. We're hot. It's so many bodies pressed up on each other. Like let heat stroke is not happening. Like minimal light wear. Yeah. So yeah. Mm, think anything else about fashion? Yeah, the skinny recession pop is back in. I don't know what it's gonna mean for all of us. Oh, another critique. It's because it's the recession pop. It's these ugly n- like step below cottage core type of these really poor quality long light light floral design dresses that are just like not at all it. I've seen them everywhere, and I've seen people talking about them that we don't like it. Like it's not gonna work, and I don't know what it all means. I mean, I think it means that we're going back to Handmaid's Tale, like regressive, and especially during the summer, like I don't know. It's very strange. It is very strange what's going on in the culture, in the fashion, in the discourse, in the discussions of it all. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what everyone's gonna do. I don't know how we're gonna be dressing. Hmm, well, yeah. I think, and I've said it before, I think something that would be super, super fun would be to dress in like that, in a big, ornate kind of era dress and run through Versailles, the Versailles, and like the hall of mirrors and everything. Mm, and yeah, costume parties. I feel like that would be really fun. I feel like when I get my own place and I really settle down now, I feel like, yeah, it would be super fun to host fun, like themed parties, like costume parties. What would you do if you were hosting a costume party? Like, what would your theme be? Would it be like, okay, it's cottage core girlies, or dress up as your favorite cartoon character? Or I love the ones, I remember it was a trend. I don't know if it was for Halloween, but it was dress up as your like type. So like the girls would dress up as like, frat leads, or like, construction worker type guys. It was really funny. That could be fun. If I dressed up as my type, I don't know. I feel like it's hard because it's hard to like lock down because I don't have a specific type. I don't know. I think I couldn't. I wouldn't know. I wouldn't know what to do. I feel like I would do the super short shorts. I would do like a sports jersey, hat, sports hat. Um, I think you can draw on facial hair, and like I think you can draw on tattoos. I think that would be funny. But I feel like so many people are so funny about it. Mm. And then, ooh, I think a good final. Well, we'll see how it goes, but Halloween. I'm a big Halloween, and I have a friend who's not a big Halloweeny, but I love to dress up on Halloween, and I love that it's a week of just partying and dressing up and partying and socializing and being, ridiculous and free and devilish and demonic and stuff like that. I'm trying to think. I've dressed up as Glinda when I was a kid. I think I was Glinda the Good Witch. I think I was Sharpay Evans. I think I was a witch. I'm sure I was a ladybug. I was a Power Ranger. Mm, yeah, I think a cat is really easy. Like just ears, some things. One thing, I don't know if I would do it for a cosplay, like convention style thing, but I've always thought being Katana from Mortal Kombat would be really fun. Katana wins. Yeah, I would do Katana from Mortal Kombat 10 because that was the one that I played. I think it was mobile, and I like because I like the fans and I just like the fit. I feel like and Katana slays. Like I feel like Katana slays. I'm not a Melina girl. I'm not a whatever the other girls are. Katana all the way. This Halloween, I have no idea who I will be or where I will be. I feel like hopefully it could be something simple, but I feel like these days I'm really into like angel fairy mermaid kind of aesthetic on my Pinterest board. That is not on my Pinterest board for today. No, but like I've done fairy, like I like that. So I like that aesthetic and I think it would be fun to do like really glitter, like body glitter and like heavy like colored glitter makeup, like heavy eyeshadow and also like up here and down here. And then on my Pinterest, I see like they also do like kind of like ear ornaments and like I love a crown. Like I feel like I really want to do a crown one day soon or like a tiara, like a pretty tiara, something pretty. But then also Halloween is like a week-long event, like if you're doing it like all out. So it's like, you have a chance to dress up multiple times and like with multiple people and multiple groups and multiple outing styles or like, you're at the house party, you're at the on the dance floor, like different styles. Oh, 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 goodbye. So yeah, I don't know. I feel like it could be fun. Like let's be mermaids. mm, Yeah, I think it would be super fun. Ooh, I don't know. I'm kind of thinking about it. I don't know. I don't know what's gonna happen for me for Halloween. I don't know where I'll be. I did last year. I did Halloween with La Patty and WeHo, a Pink Pony Club. I'm gonna keep on dancing at the. And we were cowboy cowgirls and we slayed. I'd had a disco, like a disco ball, like a super sparkly cowboy hat. I still have it was like like a super corset. It was like a corset jean top. And then my friend gave me this, I thrifted the top. My friend gave me this white skirt and then I thrifted a pair of red cowgirl boots, super cute, cut into my body. Never wore them again. I gave them away. I think I sold them on Facebook Marketplace. So yeah, I think okay, fairies and fairy mermaid angel. I think that's gonna be the theme for. I think I'm gonna combine it. I think that's what I'm gonna do. Wait, I was an angel with the Patty last year too. He gave me his angel wings. Okay, so we're cutting. Okay, I think we're just gonna. I think we're gonna focus on mermaid because I've been fairy for EDC. We did that, and I've also been mermaid. Oh no, I've been angel. I was angel last Halloween when we went to the club. Um, so okay, I'll focus on mermaid. So we'll see how it goes. If you have any suggestions, what I'm thinking is like cuz like mermaids look and especially on my vision boards, they look really like they've just emerged from water. So it's like Tyla water. Make me sweat, make me water. It's like that. So I'm thinking like something very sparkly, sheer, shiny, kind of like how pirates wear things that are like kind of falling apart. like seaweed dangling. Um, yeah. I also like for EDC I did when and my other friend did like teardrops for your face jewels. I loved that. I feel like it like just adds so much personality, so much sparkle and shine, and like you're already beautiful. You add something to your face and you're even more beautiful. So I love that. So I'll think about that. Think about something sparkly, shiny. I honestly these nails were kind of inspired by that because it's giving like pearl seashell, and that's kind of what's going on my boards these days. And I love the nails. Lots of people compliment me on them, which we love that. I got them at Bayside Nail Salon near the Intercontinental in downtown San Diego. So if you want a nail rec, and they did it like within like I walked in late, like I walked in and they did it in like 30 minutes. It's like um they shaped the acrylic almond, and then it's like a yellow nail polish, and then they did the sponge with the sparkle powder on it. It was really nice. Yeah, I love it, and they loved it too. So yeah, I wonder what I would do. I don't know. I feel like I mean, this is like no budget, like my dream outfit. I feel like there's like lots of nail design and nail art going on that I see. It could be fun to like put like people glue things on, but I don't know how long that would last for me. I am very rambunctious. My first day of EDC, again, I spent over $200 on those nails. We're walking in to EDC. Someone's throwing water bottles at us. I catch it like this. It goes like this to my chest. The nail breaks and it leaves an imprint. It literally leaves a red mark on my. It was very tragic. It was very sad. But you lose a nail sometimes. Uh, yeah. So we'll see. We'll see what we'll do with the nails. We'll see what we do with the hair. I think a tiara would still be really cute. Mermaid, mermaid queen, mermaid princess. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see how it all goes. Let me know what you think. Well, let me know what your vision is. If you have any plans for Halloween. I know it's early. What is it? Skin o'clock. It's early July. I feel like July, August, September, October. Yeah, I feel like I mean, what is it? Wake me up when September. Yeah, I feel like there's no really big holiday to dress up. I didn't really, I mean, I was at we hung out for 4th of July. Like I was at the pool, but it wasn't like a big thing. I feel like people can dress for the 4th, but I feel it's just the 4th. Mm, yeah. So let me know what you think about um or let me know your hot takes on fashion. Let me know what you love and don't love. Let me know what you are wearing. Let me know what you think about the trends these days, because we are entering a very dangerous, and again, nothing. You think you just fell out of a coconut tree? You live in the context of all. And it's not like just that. It's also like fashion reflects, you know, what's going on, the politics, the culture, the economy, how people are feeling. Um, so what do you think about we're entering this revitalized recession pop, 2000 post 2008 financial crisis kind of Handmaid's Tale long uh formless no personality type of dress that I see in the stores all the time. Just light floral print, no form, just fabric. I don't know if it's like it less expensive for the companies, or they think like we're all like gonna go more conservative, and we're gonna lower those skirt lines, those hemlines or something, because of the economy, because of what's going on politically. Yeah, and then if you have any ideas for your Halloween or my Halloween, let me know. Sound off in the comments, or you know, just let me know because I'm open to suggestions. I'm also super interested in what everybody's dressing up as. Um, share share that with us. Let us all collab and be influenced by each other, and then we can grow to be bigger and better and beautiful together. I think that's all I have to say today on this topic. Thank you so much. Please like, comment, and subscribe on my Substack, my YouTube, and all my other socials. Links are in bio. You can find me, wherever you are. I'm there and I'm watching you. If you're watching me, I'm watching you. Okay, love you. Bye.